The race to offer cheaper weight loss drugs is running into some legal limits. Telehealth company Hims & Hers announced a cheaper version of Novo's Wegovy weight loss pill at the beginning of February. Now, it would cost $49 to start, which is far less than the $149 Novo sells the branded pill for. But it pulled the drug after legal and regulatory risks escalated. Now, legally, they're allowed to create a compounded version of a drug if they are saying they're adjusting the formula for, quote, personalized purposes. A legitimate example would be to mitigate side effects for patients by lowering commercially available dosages. But Novo announced it will sue Hims over patent infringement. Novo argues those compounded versions are no longer justified because semaglutide is no longer in a shortage in the US. Novo also says Hims crossed the line from individualized compounding into what it calls illegal mass compounding, producing standardized versions at scale under the label of personalization. Now, this is one of over 130 federal lawsuits that have been filed by Novo Nordisk nationwide, targeting pharmacies, telehealth companies, and others. Hims responded to Novo's complaint, writing on X, "This lawsuit attacks more than just one medication or company. It directly assaults a well-established, vital component of US pharmacy practice that has improved patient care for everything from obesity to infertility to cancer." Now, on top of that, FDA Commissioner Marty Makary has weighed in on the dispute. He wrote on X, "The office will take action against mass marketing of drugs that claim to be the same as the branded FDA-approved drugs. An FDA crackdown sounds like regulators are about to shut down compounding altogether. But, like I said, compounding itself is legal and necessary when it's done for individualized patient needs. Compounding pharmacies are a small but visible part of the weight loss drug market, valued at nearly $7 billion in 2025. They don't threaten big pharma's core sales, but regulators could limit their ability to scale and market these drugs going forward. Novo estimates as many as 1.5 million Americans are currently using compounded GLP-1 drugs. And the FDA's focus then turns to marketing, not compounding. Specifically, mass advertising that makes compounded drugs sound interchangeable with FDA-approved products like Wegovy. And that's why the FDA's warning language has been careful. They're signaling enforcement around claims, not automatically around the pharmacies or facilities making these drugs. Now, this puts companies like Hims in a tricky spot. The drug may be compounded at FDA-registered facilities, but aggressive marketing opens the door to regulatory action. And markets reacted to that uncertainty, with Hims stock declining on Monday after they pulled the oral version of the compound. These GLP-1 drugs can be big moneymakers considering the demand, but the complicated web of regulations surrounding them may be prohibitive for companies trying to lower the price. And investors, well, they're starting to take notice.